Global economic crisis. US-China trade. War devastates Chinese economy. WorldView Today. April 23, 2025. The escalating trade war between the United States and China has plunged the Chinese economy into chaos, with factories shuttering overnight and unemployment surging across major cities. Shanghai, once a glittering financial hub, now stands as a shadow of its former self, with deserted streets and dwindling consumer spending. The Chinese Communist Party's CCP defiant slogan, "Fight to the end with the United States," is proving hollow, as ordinary citizens bear the brunt of economic devastation. Economic collapse in China. The trade war, intensified by U.S. tariffs under President Donald Trump, has crippled China's export-driven economy. Factories across Zhejiang, Jiangsu, and Guangdong provinces have suspended operations, with over 50% of foreign trade businesses in Zhejiang halting production indefinitely after International Labor Day. A factory owner lamented, "Trump's gone mad, and so have I. 2 clients we negotiated with for 6 months canceled orders, and regular buyers have paused production." The impact is stark. Mass layoffs. Millions of workers face unemployment, with one worker tearfully stating, "It's over. No orders, no job. They told us to rest for 3 months. How do we survive?" Inventory pileup. Businesses report massive unsold stock, with one agricultural firm holding 20 tons of produce meant for the U.S. market. Retail collapse. Shanghai's iconic commercial streets, Nanjing Road, Huaihai Road, and Sichuan North Road, are eerily quiet, with major shopping centers like Chuntian and Dongbao shuttered. Shanghai's economic decline reflects a broader national crisis. Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen are also grappling with business closures and wage cuts. Consumer spending has plummeted, with many residents relying on credit cards and loans to survive. A Shanghai office worker described the struggle. "We work tirelessly just to pay off mortgages. Saving money is impossible. Being debt-free is an achievement." US-China Trade War. A historic confrontation. President Trump's trade policies are not merely economic, but represent a historic showdown with the CCP. U.S. tariffs, now at a minimum of 145% on Chinese goods and up to 245% on specific items, have decimated China's export industry. The U.S. market, described as the Pacific Ocean, compared to smaller markets like Taihu Lake, is irreplaceable for Chinese businesses. Other nations are also raising tariffs to protect their industries, further isolating China. The CCP's rhetoric, exemplified by Vice President Victor Cao's claim that China can survive without the U.S. market, dismisses the reality of China's reliance on global trade. Cao's assertion that China has existed for 5,000 years without the U.S. ignores the modern economy's dependence on exports and global supply chains. Analysts warn that losing the U.S. market could cost China hundreds of billions in trade, threatening millions of jobs. The counterfeit industry, a global menace. China's counterfeit industry, a cornerstone of its economy, continues to thrive amid the crisis. Markets like Huaqiangbei in Shenzhen and Yiwu in Zhejiang produce highly sophisticated fakes, from luxury handbags to electronics. A blogger, Saya, revealed that high-end counterfeit Louis Vuitton bags, priced at $244, are nearly indistinguishable from originals, complete with embedded chips mimicking authentic product data. The U.S. Trade Representative's 2024 report identifies China as the global leader in counterfeit goods, with 39 online and 33 physical markets facilitating this trade. Centers like Putian, fake shoes, Baiyun, fake handbags, and Suzhou, fake cosmetics, churn out products that flood global markets, undermining legitimate businesses. In Mexico, authorities have cracked down on Chinese merchants for flooding local markets with low-quality fakes, prompting military intervention in Chiwu's wholesale market. Geopolitical and natural omens, adding to the turmoil, a massive geomagnetic storm has triggered spectacular auroras across Liaoning, Heilongjiang, and Inner Mongolia, While some marvel at the natural phenomenon, others see it as an ominous sign. In Chinese tradition, auroras at low latitudes signal impending disasters, a belief reinforced by historical texts like Li Chunfeng's astrological omens, which link such events to war or dynastic collapse. Recent blood-red skies in Beijing and Yunnan have fueled public unease, with some residents fearing a connection to the trade war's fallout. Social and political fallout, the CCP's insistence on fighting to the end, has drawn criticism for prioritizing propaganda over practical solutions. Social media is rife with despair as factory owners and workers voice their struggles. One blogger warned, "June could be a turning point. No orders, no competition, just unemployment." Censorship fears loom, with some users avoiding sensitive topics to evade video bans. Public discontent is growing, with 445 million Chinese citizens reportedly renouncing ties to the CCP and its affiliates, according to Tuan.org. Programs like Third Eye argue that the CCP's oppressive rule has led to societal decay, urging citizens to withdraw from the party. Meanwhile, families are adopting survival strategies, such as cutting non-essential spending and prioritizing health to weather the economic storm. Trump's broader strategy. The trade war is just one facet of Trump's broader confrontation with the CCP. His administration has escalated efforts to counter Chinese influence, including technology and espionage, tightening scrutiny of Chinese investments and academic espionage, Taiwan, pledging military support and threatening 200% tariffs if China acts aggressively, defense, proposing a $1 trillion defense budget to counter China's military advancements, including AI, hypersonic missiles, and space capabilities. Analysts like Lisa Tobin and Matt Pottinger describe this as a zero-sum struggle for global dominance, with Trump aiming to dismantle the CCP's economic and technological power. Newsweek argues that Trump's policies seek to crush the CCP, a view echoed by former White House officials. Conclusion: as the US-China trade war intensifies, China's economy teeters on the brink. The CCP's defiant rhetoric masks a grim reality: shuttered factories, mass unemployment, and a collapsing consumer base. Shanghai's faded glory and the counterfeit industry's persistence underscore the depth of the crisis. With natural phenomena fueling public fears and Trump's aggressive policies reshaping global trade, the question remains: how long can China endure? WorldView Today invites your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for daily updates on this unfolding global story. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you and your family peace in these turbulent times.